Hey guys, it's Jamie with JayRFishing. We are out here dragging Lake Oconee for blues, so make sure to grab your boat snacks, make sure to sit back, relax, and let's see what we can put on the boat.
Yay, fish!
Caden says, first, Pookie. Welcome in.
Caden, we've already caught 4 fish. 3 for me, 1 for Jamie, because she's a loser.
Wow.
Oh, I lost a peg.
Aww.
Probably shouldn't give him the bananas quite so aggressively, but
No.
you know what? When you're catching fish, you can tell me what to do.
Whatever. I'm
This
gonna
like
dip
never happens,
now.
so just let
I'm
me
watching
enjoy
Dragon
it. Okay?
Ball Super right now. Okay, Caden.
What do you think?
Punch! Fishing Queen!
Did you do the comment thing?
Yes!
I was just making sure. Don't
Caden
yell at
said
me.
that he was gonna bounce for a little bit because he's watching Dragon Ball Z.
Oh. Well, that's weird.
Or he's watching Dragon Ball Super right now.
That's fair. I respect that.
Lord. Muddy River Catfishing says, good morning. Good morning, sir.
Did you just say that Chris Flores is on our YouTube?
I did.
Whoa!
And he said, good morning.
Good morning, buddy.
And then I said, good morning. And then you interrupted me reading comments and asked if he was in our live.
Okay, well, it's not every day that your hero joins your YouTube live stream, okay? Just let me fan out for a minute.
Hello. Did you catch fish? We have. We have been catching fish. Richard is currently beating me. It is 3 to 4. Or 3 to 4. 4 fish total, 3 to 1. It is.
You've heard the business.
He's been giving me the business.
Okay, to be fair, they've also been little fish that like they could pull the planer board back and they could like wiggle the rod, but they couldn't actually pull hard enough to set a hook. So I was waiting until they pulled the planer board all the way behind the boat and then like
Getting in the business.
Elite Series Bassmaster hook sets with the reel down. So when you give them that 7:1 gear ratio and the hook set, they like change zip codes instantly.
But your first fish was bigger than mine.
It was. And it was caught legitimately. Like, he actually...
Baby fish, yeah. I've caught 2 rainbow trout, 1 pike, and 2 bullhead. Heck yeah.
That's nothing to shake a stick at. That's
pretty good. How big was your pike?
You said don't worry about it. It's bigger than your pike.
When are you catching another one? When it decides to take the bait. We are fishing a new portion of the lake that we haven't fished before, so Chris says, I had some bass fisherman clients try to boat flip a 25-pound blue.
Oh. Okay, so... You know... Bless their heart. That's all. I'm just... Mama said if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. Did you stop them before they broke something?
Are you in Warsaw? We are on Lake Oconee. What would you do if you heard a sonic boom? Nothing.
I mean, I think by the time you heard it, it's kind of too late to do anything.
Yeah. As I said, nothing. Didn't do anything.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't worry about it, because if I heard it, then clearly it wasn't an issue for me.
And if it was anything that was, like, detrimental, then I know where I'm going.
But you heard it, which means it's already passed. It was moving faster than sound, and you heard it. So.
What are y'all fishing for? We are fishing for catfish. What state are y'all in? We are in the state of Georgia. They snapped the leader line before I could net it. Oof.
Better than the alternative.
But you know what? I think it's time for me to get
a boat snack.
A boat snack. Slip my dudes on because I know that the floor up front is going to be hotter than blue blazes.
Yeah, it's a roasty toasty floor day. We got to keep saving our pennies to sea deck the boat.
We already have all of that set aside.
I mean, I think we do, but I don't like the idea of spending it anymore. It's sat in that container for so long that now I don't want to spend it. Because we said we were going to sea deck the boat in March, and then...
Here it is, July.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm aware. Oh, thank you. I don't know what's going on.
Whoa!
Did somebody just give subscriptions?
Holy smokes! LP just gifted 20 memberships.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Wow. Do you think the past and future are another place we can go to, or is there just right now? I mean, how do we know?
From Argentina. Oh my
Welcome
goodness,
in
thank
Argentina.
you. Welcome in Argentina.
Holy cow. That was freaking cool.
And here's a piece of turkey.
Are you feeding the puppy dog?
I did.
Is that why you're sitting there grinning ear to ear?
Now I gotta make my offering to the fish gods.
Yeah, why are you grinning ear to ear? Are you a happy puppy?
A cheese?
On cheese? Thank you. Does have another? Oh, excuse me.
Can I have some more, Bob?
Thanks. Okay. That was good. You know, I'll take the money now.
Where are you guys from? We are from Georgia. Pretty doggy. She is. This is Georgia for everyone that's new. She's a long-haired miniature wiener dog. Sit. Her name is Georgia. She goes by the Rotten Princess.
And the peach.
And the Peach.
She's the sweetest of Georgia peaches.
She's the star of the show.
This is actually her boat. She just lets us fish off.
Charlie, what are you doing?
Charlie!
No bad.
Gas money from Cincy. You goober. Hey, you had a wiggly nibbly.
I saw that. I don't think it's still there.
I don't think so either, but I also was another one on my farboard. Oh.
She gets to go fishing with us when we are fishing our home waters. We don't travel with her as much when we fish.
We have to stop this and reel everything up.
Yeah.
Because we don't have 300 feet left of water.
That's fine.
And it's not going to spot lock for 300 feet.
Why was he eating my neck?
I'm going to do a really smart thing. I'm going to buy myself a whole bunch of time and slow the boat down. Charlie? Holy crap. Charlie sent $50 in a super chat.
Again?
Well, at first it didn't say money. It looked like he just got a subscription to the membership. Charlie, thank you. I don't know how we're just going to send that back to you, you freaking pain in my butt. For those of you guys who are not familiar with Not It Fishing, those are some really good friends of ours who were fishing with us in Santee Cooper, South Carolina 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago? And yeah, they're freaking awesome people.
Okay, will you start filling the live well up?
You going to the live well?
I am. Just for a minute. I gotta cool down.
Oh, well, if you'll just let me turn the boat around.
Yeah, you do what you do.
Well, I'm just gonna I'm just literally gonna turn us around.
Yeah.
Go to the slightly deeper side
Okay.
and reset.
Okay.
No, Rudy, we are on Lake Oconee, which is just as bad with people on it today. Yeah. Well, while you're up there, will you screw the... So there's the white screw-in fitting. Make sure it's screwed all the way in. Alex said if it's screwed all the way in, it would turn that light bulb off so that we could run that over. Thanks, guys. We've caught 4 so far. Yamaha for life. No, absolutely not. Suzuki all day. These are the Rippin' Lips True Glow rods. Thank you, Royalty. She's a English cream registered long-haired miniature wiener dog. So she's not a golden. Her coat color, she's technically a shaded cream, but most of her shade is kind of gone away. Huh? It's the thing that water should be coming out of. How much is coming out of it? Yeah? Huh?
Yes, the same amount.
Well, I don't know how much was coming out of it. 1 second, guys. It did not seal. I don't think that happened to 14. You're good, Justin. To give you a general rundown, Suzuki's have a reputation for having more low-end torque and better longevity, where Yamahas have a lot more top speed. That is very true. Romans 8:6. Hello, Path. We technically don't have any rods out at the moment. We're in the middle of getting set back up to start trolling again. I am so sorry, I was trying to move my foot. I didn't want to trip you. Welcome in, England. Goat, we've caught 4 so far today. Okay. Take us off spot lock.
Set?
Yeah, go for it. Lift the dog for you. I got you. We are in Northeast Georgia. Subbed and liked, thank you. Da! That's my pops, Daz. Alright, let me reset. I'll be back. Toodles. Not far from Hendersonville, North Carolina. Not terribly far at all. We did used to be ancient seafloor. That is true. Hello, best of. Before you get in that lava, make sure you flick your straight back.
Oh no. I'm getting in there. And then I'm gonna flip it. Like I'm standing there.
Gotcha. That's good.
All right, Peaches.
The biggest catch today is probably 10-ish. We've lost 2 decent fish. Did you put the plug in?
No.
So you just want me to leave the pump running the whole time?
No. If it starts to get too hot, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Peaches. Peaches.
No, we're on Lake Oconee.
Come here, baby.
She doesn't wanna.
You want to come sit with mommy? What are you doing? Come here. Want to see up here?
You want to catch my 1-pound channel cat?
Do you want me to?
I'm not sure. Is that a bathtub? No, she's sitting in the live well. Jeff! We are up to 4 fish today?
Yes.
I mean, I'm 80% confident fish number 5 is on my far planer board. I just don't want to get up and reel him in. He hasn't walked it all the way back yet, so I can't do my...
You can't do your hook
I
set.
can't do a Bill Dance hook set to reel him into the back of the boat. Scott, it's got to be into the 90s. The water temp is 87.
Are you asking temperature?
Yeah. It's rather warm. I will say that.
It says it's only 85.
Oh, it's only 85. It's cooler than the water. What's up?
Yeah, but there's a east-southeast wind of about 7.
Well, I don't feel it.
I don't either.
In fact, I feel no wind. Water can't be 87, fish be pre-cooked. You should have a bait bowler so she can be in a jacuzzi.
Ta-da! I just need a pillow.
I mean, Scott, yes, it's definitely colder at 13 feet down than it is the 18 inches below the surface that my transducer is reading. Absolutely. But my trolling motor is a foot below that, and it reads 86.4. Yes, stagnant lakes get so hot they create what's called a thermocline. And it is a layer of deoxygenated water from where the top half of the water column is so hot compared to the bottom half of the water column. I don't know if that's the coolest thing I've ever seen or the grossest thing, but either way, keep doing it. I mean, it's fresh lake water.
It's no different than somebody swimming at the lake.
Yeah, it's freshly pumped in lake water. We are targeting blue catfish. Smokey!
But see, this way I can still see my feces, and so I can swim in the lake
She has...
and not be terrified.
Let me think of the nicest way to say this.
An irrational fear of water.
An obnoxiously irrational fear of water. Jamie, yes, absolutely. Blue catfish are a great fighting fish, pound for pound.
You can turn the research off.
They are definitely a super fun fish to catch. Yeah, we are on Lake Oconee. She is deathly afraid of water she can't see her feet in. To the point that when we go to the beach, there's this little like creek channel that we walk across to cast net mullet at low tide. And it's legit like 10 steps across this thing. She's like 8 steps in and feels a crab touch her toes and she turns around.
In the middle of the dark. So it's not like it's daylight and I can be like,
I told you before, you're gonna feel a crab. She makes it a step away from being on the ground and turns around and goes all the way back. I wouldn't say catfish are better than ocean fish just because ocean fish have that natural brine and tend to be in a lot larger volume of water. So I would say that, Angela, I knew it was you. At least you know what's up in the live well. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't put them like on the same tier as like Spanish mackerel or redfish, speckled trout, flounder. You know, there's a lot of really nice mild ocean fish that I would say are better.
Fish? Huh? What?
Confirmed dragging a channel.
Here. Lift your... You get your fish.
Don't judge me, guys. And he dropped. That one little slack moment when the board dove.
Yeah.
We've been dealing with a very finicky bite. So you kind of have to just be mean to him to get him in. And that's why I'm up 3 fish.
Fish. Oh, Path says it's not an ocean fish. You gonna rip its lips off. It's been his thing today. Let him have it. This is my husband. He's gonna show you his beautiful boat and all of his beautiful rods and how we catch fish. Now you're gonna be really nice and you're gonna pay attention. Okay? Okay. Glad we're on the same page.
You're just mad that I've caught more fish today.
Just a little bit. Okay? I just want to know why that one's tracked so far out.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'm not.
Georgia.
Here, show people a fish.
Are you telling them all about it? Say it louder. Say it louder for the people in the back.
You know all that smack you're talking?
What a gentleman. Come here. Give you feet. Give you a kiss. Oh, okay.
I caught myself.
Are you okay? Oh. That's not what I thought you meant when you said you caught yourself. I thought you were saying that you had a diachi in your person.
Oh, no. Excuse me, Peaches. I need to...
Georgia. Down, please. Not a girl.
Doing this would be so much easier if I wasn't getting waked the entire time.
I know.
Why are all these fish so lazy today? So what happens?
You're being a dingbat? Alrighty. Hello, everyone. There you
This is when we're washed up.
Someone said all you need is, or all he needs is a top hat and an eyepiece, like a monocle. You're quite the gentleman.
I am a distinguished gentleman.
Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Was that fish 4 for him? Yes.
Nope.
And I'm still at 1.
You know all that smack you've been talking?
Baby, I'm just letting you catch all the fish today because you were so gracious and kind and let Charlie, Tank, and I catch the 3 catfish on the boat.
Oh yeah, because I didn't catch a catfish
Because
while
you
we
didn't
were
catch
on
it.
the big water.
Yeah, because you didn't catch a catfish while we were on the big water, so I'm
Yeah.
letting you have
Go back to your life.
today. Okay.
Just shut up and go back to your life. Well, I'm done with you. Yes, we absolutely need to go to Florida and catch snook.
But isn't that like seasonal and it's only like, what, 4 days?
No, that's snapper.
Oh.
But snook is seasonal, yes. But that's to keep snook.
Oh.
You can catch and release snook year round. Go back to the level. Welcome in, everybody. It's so hot. Thank you again for the gifted memberships and our #1 super chatter, Mr. Not It Fishing, Charlie and Tank and Bellamy. And the nicest lady ever who cooked me breakfast. Becca. Becca. She's the bestest.
She's Becca, and she married the boat guy so she could have a good time.
Who's this diva? Well, this is my wife. She's special. Whether that means she's unique or needs extra assistance, I'll let you guys decide.
Depending on the day, it can be both.
Remember, babe, just because you're unique does not make you useful.
Facts. Will you turn the pump on?
Oh, you need more water. Absolutely,
I do.
princess.
I do need some water. What's it, Peaches? Here. What's this? Let's see.
I'm not saying her bus was shorter than everybody else's, but it did not have the same number of windows. Okay, before the live gets bad, sorry guys, I have to, sorry, I know, I'm ruining everything. This thing is scalding hot. This is my wife, she is special.
Stay. Okay, you can cut it off now. The belly off.
Well, thank you. We've caught 5 blue catfish today.
Are you done? Are you tired of my BS? Here.
If she is, that makes 2 of us on the boat. If you guys ever want to know how good of decision-making skills I have, this is my wife and my puppy dog, and I have 3 boats. When we bought this one, she said 3's too many, I had to sell 1. Poor dog, right? Just throwing the puppy in the live well. That dog has such a rough life. She rides around on a boat, in an air-conditioned truck. When she doesn't want to go on the boat, she rides around in the Jeep with the top off. She says, well, I don't want to be in this dumb water. It's yucky. Yucky. We have caught 5 today, Aiden. Enjoy your day on the water, my friend. Health, wealth, and happiness to you and yours. What a lovely setup you have in your life. May God smile upon you. God bless you, Joe. We appreciate you, man.
God bless you, Joe.
This is... I'm not saying that this is the perfect life, but I haven't really thought of any way to improve it, so this is what we do. This is just the choices we make in the life that we live. It's not for everybody, but it is for us. We released all of them we caught earlier. To be honest, every time we catch a fish, it seems like such a oddly hooked fish that I don't have the confidence we're going to catch enough to be worth cleaning and cooking. So I've just been releasing them. And
it's been too hot for me to want fried fish.
It is really hot. I also don't like keeping fish when the water temps are this high. The meat tends to be a little mushier. So I know that sounds terrible for a YouTube channel that got probably 80% of its subscribers from doing live stream catching cooks. But this is just, we're 2 hours from home when we fish here. So I don't want to just have the fish on ice the whole ride home. because we like to drain all the Kool-Aid out of our fish first. So we typically try to take them home in the live well and keep them alive, which is not a problem.
No. We don't struggle with that. It's just...
But they tend to be a little mushier, so it's just... July and August, we really cut back on the fish that we keep. You know, mid-late September, as the water temps start to come down. You know, sub 80 surface temps, I don't mind. But it's so hot now that I don't want to. Biggest cat we've ever caught, 52-pound blue cat. Is the biggest I've ever caught.
48.
Jamie's is a 48-pound flathead as well as a 48-pound blue cat. The flathead was caught in Georgia. Both of our blue cats were caught in Alabama. Up until the Sea Arc Owners Invitational pre-fishing for that, I had never caught a catfish between 40 and 49.9 pounds. I had caught them over that, and I had caught them under that, but I'd never caught a 40-pound class fish.
That's right, you caught your...
And I caught my first, like, 44 or so while we were in Alabama. And I was like, finally, I've now checked all the boxes, now we can go up to a 60.
And I went from a 42 to a... You can step back if you need to.
It's gonna be another fish. Or he's charging the boat? Or he's gone. That's what he is. He's just gone.
There's a headpiece, or I can put you in.
I'll just put the headpiece on to finish this drag. What a bummer. That 4-to-1 crap? Yeah, what about it? You're just thankful that math didn't look even worse?
Yeah.
Probably should have won. That was probably big fish.
You've not wanted my help all day.
They've been dinks all day.
All day I tell you. Tell me what you
We do
think.
not have kids. That is how we are able to do what we do. We have a puppy dog. Do you need Waddy again?
No, my Waddy's good for now.
Okay. You know what I think makes this even funnier? Is I beat you catching fish dragging down.
And now you're beating me catching back up. So you know what? Stop it.
And now I'm beating you coming back up on the outside.
I know, it's almost like you're making me fish the same spot where I didn't catch any fish. It's like I'm dragging the same drag.
We were fishing for blue catfish. Welcome into all the new people that said hi. Sorry I'm missing them. The phone got really hot, so like comments are super hard to see.
I thought we were going to be okay with it being shaded. I didn't think about it being clicked in, I'm sorry.
I just popped the case off and unplugged it for a bit.
That was my idea.
It's cooling some. A little bit. Love your stuff. Thank you, Jake. Ooh, speaking of hot, mine was over here laying in the direct sunlight. That's terrible. Terrible for your cellular device. It hasn't yelled at me that it's too hot yet, though, so that's nice.
Will you hand me the water bottle next to your Coca-Cola so I can give the peach some water?
Oh, no, she's already drank her water.
She's already drank all her water.
We use Rippin' Lips HD. They are the Super Cat series. These are the yellow True Glow rods. Retail on them, I want to say it's like $87.99 a rod. You know, there's a lot of other rods out there that are substantially more expensive. But after beating on these things for 6 months, 40s, 50s, it didn't matter. The rods get it done. We've been thoroughly impressed with these things. And if you use JayR10, it technically saves you 10%, I think. It may not work. I don't know. We don't actually have like an official deal. It was just kind of like talked about one time. It's kind of a joke thing because we didn't want to hop from one brand to another. So we were just sitting in limbo for a little while and seeing how happy we were with them. Spoiler alert, we paid full retail price for these rods. We were not given these rods and told to promote them.
Nope. We've bought 2 sets.
We have 2 sets of these rods. The first set we bought were the yellow and blue limited edition rods. And when the True Glow rods came out, we got a set of them and retired our limited rods just to keep them nice.
Can I have some water, please? It's starting to warm up.
Anybody ever told you you're awfully needy?
There's been those few occasions where you have.
Hello from Communist California. Caught anything? We've caught 5. Angel has already answered where we're fishing. Lake Oconee in northeast Georgia. At the moment, the phone is so hot we can't see comments. Like, if I have sunglasses on to where I can see anything else, I can't see the screen. Somebody was a silly goose and left their case on their phone.
We were live all morning without any issues.
It was also not like hot enough for you to sit in the live well this morning.
Right.
She's hoping she has a fish, yeah, pretty much.
I have to remind myself to be patient with this bait. This is a headpiece. And if it's another eater fish, I really have to wait.
Assistance? That's not an eater fish. You want to step down onto your dudes?
Yep.
next time I see colors.
Hold on. One drag. Don't mess with it.
Trying to pull him around into the feed.
No. No. Sit.
Alright, you can have big
Stay.
fish for the day. We're on Lake Oconee. Give me 1 second, guys. I do have to take a picture for a friend of his
Georgia.
new flood color
Georgia.
hanging
Here.
out of this fish.
Sit.
Decent little fish. Okay. Now that the waking has ended.
Georgia. Here's the grips.
Yeah, I don't really feel like getting bit. I almost told you to give him a little bit more drag, but he was hooked in the tongue. Ow! Oh! Oh! Ow! Oh! Oh!
Georgia.
Oh, in the nose.
Go. I got slapped in the chest and then the legs.
Ow! Why are you so angry?
Get.
The good news, when they get that big, the barbs are... I'll show you here in just a second.
Get back.
No, he's too big for the grill. We have a commercial harvest problem in our area, so any big fish that we catch have to go back.
Right-handed. I need you to turn around.
He slapped you again, didn't he? Alright, hand me the grips.
Thank you. Sit. Georgia Leanne, sit.
It's a good fish.
Oh,
That
you're going to
fish
show them
is
the
a
barbs?
jerk. Oh yeah, so they're... While they could still hurt you if they tried, you can see where they're blunt when they get big, even on the dorsal. The barbs help protect them when they're babies. When they get big, they kind of go, they round off and just help support the fin. You don't want to release him now, do you?
No. No, I do not. Not after getting repeatedly slapped in the legs. Georgia.
Well, fine. Just go away. You could probably rehook that piece if you wanted to. That was a blue catfish. He was so angry.
Yeah. Quite unnecessarily.
Before he got me in the nose, he got me in the bottom of the jaw, and I bit my tongue. So like, he drew blood. I had every right to eat that fish. But as a conservationist, I have to do the right thing. Robert, that fish is probably 15 to 20 years old. And we have a very bad commercial harvest problem in Georgia. Georgia does not put any size restrictions or harvest restrictions on catfish. So the commercial guys will take big fish by the hundreds out of here. And if I don't do my part to help protect the big fish population, then I don't have any ground to say that other people should release those fish. That fish was probably 24, 25 pounds.
Fish. Not the rod that I thought was getting hit, though.
Sunday fun day? Absolutely. We've got 60 pounders here in Texas.
I didn't touch the drag at all.
He was hooked in the tongue. You'd have lost him if you did.
Yeah.
Which was crazy. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of places that have bigger fish than what we currently have in our home water. Texas also has a lot of places that suffer from commercial overharvest. Oconee is not near the fishery it was 10 years ago. I feel like I have slime in my mustache.
Not that I can see from here. Come here. What? Do you want in with Mommy?
Nice. She is an English cream miniature long-haired Dachshund.
You can go lay back there with Daddy. Oh, do you want in? Well, come on. Pause up. Come here, baby. Do you want to sit with Mommy?
Alright, it's time to
Reel up. I just sit down.
I mean, we can go for a little bit longer.
No, we can reel up because I don't want to. All the boat traffic comes in on this side.
Well, that's what I was going to say is we'll reel up and we'll poke our head to the other side of the bridge and see if we can go drag that channel ledge. Nice. We're doing great. She has not gone peacock bass fishing yet. Enjoy and stay safe. Thank you, Robert. Absolutely praying for the lost children in Texas. That is a tragedy. Welcome in everyone new. Angela can answer most of the questions. We're gonna reel up. We've got a bridge coming in front of us, and with how much boat traffic there is, I don't want to troll through that bridge. So we're gonna get to the other side of the bridge, and then we'll get reset. So give us 1 second to get reeled up. Andrew's asking if we've gone peacock bass fishing. like it's definitely a little bait, big fish day.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. So you took the gut pocket out of yours, didn't you?
Yep. Hey, you know that one I lost?
Yeah.
I don't know whether or not.
Oh, did?
It's all got room and everything else. And I'm just gonna try and motor troll it.
Okay. Welcome to JayRFishing. That's right, Lake Oconee in Northeast Georgia using gizzard shad for bait. Oh, a puppy! That's Georgia. You can call her Georgia, Rotten Princess.
I mean, honestly, they
Peach.
can call her anything they want. She's not terrible.
Yeah.
Yes, Justin, we do. Darn fish spilled her treats. That is true. Are you cutting bait?
Oh, balls. You took all of your bait off, didn't you?
Yeah,
I didn't.
because we were. That's why we were-
I know. I know. But then this way, my shorts are wet, and as, you know, gravity works, it's going to keep my feet cool on the back there.
Because I figured you could cut bait, go ahead and hook bait by the time we get to the other side of the bridge real fast.
Yeah.
She's a big goober. Alright. You can just leave. Welcome in, France. Oh, we're already having a magnificent day. Could not ask for any better of a day. It's not too terribly hot.
Back up.
I mean, it's warm, don't get me wrong, but it's not terrible.
We got fishies, we're hanging out. Life is good. Oh, 5.10 pound bass. Nice. We were fishing for blue catfish. I'm gonna warn you guys, as we go under the bridge, the live may lag for just a split second. If for some reason the screen freezes, you have to, oh, Angela, have a wrench.
Ah, no! No! Ah!
Tyler, we are on the Oconee, Lake Oconee in northeast Georgia. I was gonna say the Oconee River because that's what we're normally doing, but we're not today. Today we're lake fishing. This little bit of wind makes this narrow bridge piling kind of sketchy.
Oh.
And Jamie just... Hopefully I don't hit.
No, we're good.
We went 1 for 1 on white marlin. Nice. A 30-pound yellowfin? Bruh. Vermont, it depends on the time of year. Like this time of year, if I keep fish, the only way I'll eat them is if I put them in a holding tank in some colder water for a day or two.
Honey.
And it's annoying. I don't like doing it.
Right here. And then chunks.
Yeah. It's super annoying, so it's not my favorite thing to do. When we catch them in colder water, this lake is probably the cleanest body of water in the entire state.
And then just check it.
So we don't flush them then. Yeah. No, we're in northeast Georgia on Lake Oconee. Feeding some cornmeal? Absolutely. Angela, I'll be honest. I feel like YouTube is such a large audience that if you're not respectful, you just get hidden from the channel. If you got to ask what the boat cost, it's more than you can afford. No, I use 22 poles to catch 5 fish today. 6 fish.
Georgia.
Because it's 4 to 1, right? Or 4 to 2 now.
4 to 2.
It's 4 to 2, so we've caught 6 fish. Kate, so in Georgia, we don't actually have a rod limit. We have a hook limit. I wish they would do like a 5 rod per person limit in Georgia just for the sake of it. For us trolling, it seems like a lot. But if you were spider rigging for crappie, a lot of guys would run 6 to 8 rods with 3 jigs on each rod. So it's a matter of perspective.
How many head pieces do you want? You've got a big head, and then I've got just I did a small one.
The small head's fine. I don't really care to run the big head.
Well, I gotta cut another piece. I'll
I mean, not really. I feel like a fish harvest limit is substantially more important than a rod limit. Jeff, we do run some live bait. Look at you. I taught you well. Bro, if you didn't teach me everything I knew about fishing the James River, I'd never catch fish up there. It's still odd that you fish in my spots, though. I don't understand that. Might as well run a net. That's about ignorant, to be honest. I'm running 8 hooks. If 2 guys on a bass boat are throwing Alabama rigs, they're throwing 8 hooks. Your logic is flawed. I mean, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but you're clearly just wrong. We've caught 6 today.
There you go.
Yeah, we've released all of them. Big fish is about 25 pounds. Not this trip. In the past, we have caught stripers on cut bait. Our water temps are high enough now that most of our stripers have made it further down. Well, I only have 4 out. There's 2 people on the boat, and there's 8 rods. That's 4 per person. And technically, I don't need you to tell me what to do. You look like you can't swim.
Here in the state of Georgia, the only fishing person that I have to follow rules based on is Georgia DNR. So.
Vermont, more hooks, more fish. Why would anyone complain? Other than the over-harvest issue in Georgia, I don't really care how somebody else fishes. Like, I'm a huge believer in life is choose your own adventure, and if you're not hurting anything, what does it matter what you're doing? They're not haters, Justin. They're just uneducated. I'm giving you the unspoken rule. Woody, we're chasing blue cats. We haven't hooked a gar in a while either. We normally get a couple of 4 or 5 footers every year, and we haven't caught any. That's a good way to put it. So regulations are different in every state, and one of the things we've learned over the years of fishing on social media is everyone assumes you're in their state and that you're breaking the laws. They're not haters, they're just jealous of your life. Yeah, I gotta be honest, like, oh, absolutely we cooked the gar. I can't complain about my life. Like, everyone can hate as much as they want. My biggest struggle is figuring out where we're gonna go fish that weekend and if we're gonna stay in our home state. We've been blessed enough to fish in 8 different states this year on sponsor money. So, like, I have nothing to complain about. So the Altamaha is about 4.5 hours from home for us. It's definitely a phenomenal fishery. We've got a buddy down there that catches silly big fish regularly. But the Tennessee River for Gunnersville and Wheeler is also only about 4 hours away for us. So, like,
did I get
I'd
any
rather go there.
bait on my face?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Not you.
Huh? Okay.
You got some on your shoulder somehow.
Because
Definitely jealous
when
and
I
a
was
hater.
like, and I like got all upset, was because
Fish in
I
Texas?
cut the tail, and then I went to cut the head so then I could do the body section.
And the tail went. Yeah. We are married.
We are.
There's some in there that can eat me. Yeah, Joseph, there's some massive fish down there. I haven't gone to fish down there just because there's so many other places that we go. There's not a lot of luster to traveling to Georgia to fish. Vermont, like, this is literally like our life. We've caught 6. I sell the drum and gar. Absolutely. Oh, well, freshwater drum are pretty good to eat, to be honest. I've got Cajun friends that love them. Have some big ones here in South Carolina, Santee. Ryan, we were just in Santee 2 weekends ago. We stayed at Relaxed Retreat, Carolina King. and it was absolutely phenomenal. Which, if you're familiar with the area, they are under new management, so it is not the same unpleasant individual that owns it, that used to own it. The new owners are tremendous people. There are bass here. I think biggest largemouth we've pulled out of Oconee is about 6 pounds. Back to doing that weird click. I don't know what makes it do that. It's annoying.
I don't know. Just let me know when I'm free to go.
We're in 27. There's like a faint line of thermocline. It's fine. Tyler, we stayed there with Not It Fishing and his family, and Chris Souders and his family, Slunger Cat Outdoors, and it was absolutely phenomenal. We caught more fish off the dock on the property there than we did out in the main lake, because fishing Marion right now is like fishing a bathtub. It's just obnoxiously hot. But I bet we caught no less than 300 fish off that dock. That's right, Tyler. You're at the back of the creek.
Ah! Alright, I'm setting.
It is super hard to fish this time of year. All right, let's go back to fishing. I'm feeling optimistic.
Watch out, Peaches.
Tyler, something that we did not know the last time we talked to you. There's a lady there that cooks biscuits now. Yeah, there were mussels everywhere that last day. There's a lady that cooks breakfast in the bait shop now that has phenomenal biscuits. We appreciate that, Justin. Like, Carolina King posted a picture of them this morning. Or it might have been last night. And it almost made me sad to see them because I remember how just incredibly delicious they were. Welcome in, Drippy. A little wake. I just had to walk that one out just a little bit further. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome from British Columbia, where you can only fish one rod per person. Caden, that's fair. We don't have that rule here. It's also not the same when you're trolling. So we are presenting baits under movement, only looking for larger active fish. Michael, it depends. I've had days where I've caught absolutely nothing, and I've had days where we've caught 50, 60 fish. It doesn't matter how many rods you have out, you can't make them bite.
But I enjoy dragging a lot more than I do anchor fishing. Because we're constantly moving and we're not sitting in one spot.
Mason, we have not. Trolling the waters or trolling the internet? Amy, it depends on the day. Right now we're doing both because I can.
You doing good, Peaches?
Pulling the kayak out, see if I can land something. Good luck. All right, Vermont. Good luck, buddy. I hope you catch a ton of them.
I hope you go
Fish
out
the
and
jetties
slay.
in Georgetown. If I'm gonna go surf fish, I think I'm gonna go to Tybee. We have a bunch of really good friends in Tybee, and it's always a fantastic time to go hang out with those guys and
It's our home away from
catch
home.
fishies. You're awesome. Well, thank you. My wife agrees.
I do.
She's also a little special. She's currently sitting in the live well all splish splash like she's taking a bath. Because it's hot. But the sun's kind of behind a cloud at the moment, and there's like this gentle breeze blowing through the door. It is quite fabulous, I must say. You know, for 6 fish, we're not doing too bad for some washed up TikTok stars.
God, I know. So washed up, we're having to sell the tundra, and apparently we don't fish anymore. Lord.
Yeah, you can walk like down the jetties and fish in the surf on Tybee. Fish the jetties a lot on Tybee. Washed in mid. I appreciate you, Joe. Had a way to stroke the ego, keep us humble. You better jump in and help the bear. I'm about to hit you with so many lefts, you'll be begging me for a right. Just
Speaking of the bear, if you have Hulu,
call Anthony this morning.
the
Welcome in, Roman.
TV show The Bear is heavily recommended.
Yeah, it was quite a good show. Or it is quite a good show. We haven't finished watching it.
No.
Like, there's so many good one-liners from that skit. Spooby.
Ah.
But, like, I can't say them on YouTube. Got one here you can walk out, but it's like a mile and a half down the beach to get to the start of the jetty. Oof. I don't know, but he's talking to you. Get out of there, T-Rexy. He put the H before the W. He mean business. Get out of there. If they took my wife, they'd drop her back in 20 minutes.
What are you doing back there, little boy?
Lord. See, guys, the best rule to have for live streaming, if anybody wants to live stream, it's okay to have trolls as long as they're respectful and they're funny.
85% of our moderators became moderators.
Some of our closest friends started in our TikTok live streams just being trolls.
It was fantastic.
Do you sell the fish? We do not. Some people can't take it. I mean,
Well,
there's so many one-liners that could follow that statement. Huh.
What?
Just looking at things. When did I also what I just game wanna go? Can somebody translate that to English? You talking about this white container right here? It is a bait tank. The lid that is open is the live well that she has her feet in and is sitting in.
I do. My close board is acting weird, and I can't tell if it's just because it's just not tracking right or what it's doing.
Flave's son.
And so I'm just sitting here watching my post board.
Okay, you do you, boo boo.
But the other thing is I'm enjoying for the first time in a minute here, and my back's not hurting.
Okay.
So
You do you.
I am.
We do not charter. How long since last catch?
about 15, 20 minutes maybe.
We are in northeast Georgia on Lake Oconee. Thank you, Roger. Kenneth, what's going on?
Brian, I am lazy and have not finished my captain's license.
To be 100% honest. Just catching a breeze on a nice day. It is
An absolutely gorgeous day.
It has been fantastic.
It was rather hot.
Between like 10 and noon.
And then these clouds came in out of nowhere. Ever been to Helen? Brian, Helen is like
45 minutes from our house.
Yes, I've been to Helen a lot.
But like, it was really hot, and I was kind of nervous that like later in the day it was just going to be obnoxious.
But now there's a pretty decent breeze rolling, and I'm not mad at it. It feels
Pretty fantastic.
I appreciate that, man. We have put a lot of time and effort
Into being able to get the boat that we wanted to have. 3 years ago,
we set out on the mission to buy a brand new Sea Arc Pro Cat 240.
and that was going to be the boat that we fished off of for a long time.
This year, that dream became a reality. And we've been wide open ever since and never looked back because this thing has been everything we expected and more. Are you done sitting in the live well?
For a while, yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to go back to my side
That's fine.
so I can look at charts and be a little more productive.
That's fine.
And you can hang out with the people
That's fine.
because you got to give the people what they want. He's not there. He's there, but he's not there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you just tell me when to go. Alrighty. What is your favorite thing about your boat? All
Space,
of it.
comfort, boat control, the way it fishes, the way it pulls down the road, and the balance on the trailer.
Yeah. So as far as the boat itself goes, like just the boat, I love how much space there is. I love how big the live well is.
How much space there is while having ample storage.
Yes, ample storage. With the ProCat 240, there's rod lockers on both sides of the gunnels. So I have my side, and then Richard has his side. Just here to roast. Unfortunately, our cooler back there is just for bait. And the cooler that we have up front is just for sodas and water.
We are law-abiding citizens here.
That's right. So I love how much space there is. I love that we have the ability to throw the cast net up front while still fish out the back. And there's just so much room on the boat.
It's super versatile.
It
We
is.
can both be on the front deck power fishing for crappie or bass or bluegill, skipjack. Like, we can sit side by side up front and fish off of it. We can fish off the back. She can fish off the back, I can fish off the front. I mean, we've had 6 people on this boat.
We have. And then when we first started fishing, we had a 16-foot Klamath full windshield DP boat. And it was so tiny that when we sat in the seats, we were shoulder to shoulder. And there wasn't hardly any back deck. And there was hardly anything for a bow. And so starting there and working our way up here, there's just so much room, and we just love it. Now, when we picked all of the electronics, the trolling motor, the power poles and drift paddles, we did that because of what we do. I forgot where I was going. I mean, we fish as much as we can, all the time. So we picked certain things to have. Brian says, what kind of truck do you have?
A 2017 F250 6.7 diesel.
What's tag price on a boat like that?
So I think based on a 2025 ProCat, which it's hard to look at what base price is for the boat. So I think you can buy one with no options, bare bones, for like $34,000 without the engine, because engines vary in price. So like, you could put a 200 on it. You could have a Yamaha, Suzuki,
There we go. Okay.
Mercury. With a Suzuki 250 DF and a base windshield, base paint, no fancy add-ons, I think they're right at 70, 72 for the 24-foot model.
Cody, I see your comment, and I'll address it in just a second. I've removed it, but I'll address it.
By the time you add, like, we have 8600 series Garmin, we have Live Scope, we have a Kraken, we have an SS Suzuki Stealth, that's extra money. We have a urethane two-tone paint code, the rod racks front and rear, the splash wells, the power poles, the drift paddles. We have 3 12-inch units. There's
there's 6 lithium batteries on this boat. There's an extreme bait tank. The bait tank retails for $2,000
You
by
have the smooth
itself.
moves.
We have the smooth move air ride seat upgrades. We have the extra pedestals up front so that you can have side-by-side Millenniums. We also have rod racks on the front deck. So there, we have the full enclosure. We have the upgraded fabricated windshield instead of having curved glass. I prefer the rigidity and the reinforcements and safety related to a solid aluminum surround.
Cody, it is a great boat, and sorry that you're jealous. But just remember, guys, try to keep your comments family friendly. Keep it right around PG-13 for comments. We do try to promote that family friendly environment, and we do have viewers that are significantly younger. So just be careful with the language.
It is a phenomenon.
And how are we cheating? That was the other thing. He said that we were cheaters. And I was like, wait.
Okay, well...
You're good, Cody.
So I spent 10 years as a crew chief for a road race team.
No, we are fishing Lake Oconee in Georgia.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Oh, he said, Cody said bank fisherman over here.
Yeah, we're cheating because we're trolling.
Ah, okay. Yes.
Cody, listen to this. Listen to this. This is gonna blow your mind. Can you believe there are people that spend like $100,000 on a boat, and then they go sit in one spot all day long and never move and wait on fish? Like, at least we troll. We're constantly moving. There are people that buy boats like this just to go sit in one spot. I was like, man, you could have saved a whole lot of money and just bank fished.
Yeah.
There's so much effort to drag all your stuff to the bank, get set up in that one spot, and then you're an hour in and there's no fish. We are trolling.
We are. Say hi, Brazil. Well, hello to our viewers in Brazil.
How are you gonna have a name like Light of the Cross and be so judgmental?
It's not very godly.
I think the Bible specifically tells you not to be a jerk.
In a lot of words.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? I'd be jigging in front. You know, honestly, I mean, we're currently trolling at a 0.6. So, I mean...
We're covering 3/4 of a mile of water.
Good day from Kentucky. God bless. Good day, Josh. I hope you're having a beautiful Sunday. For it being Sunday, I am absolutely shocked.
There's not 85 billion.
Don't finish this. I didn't finish it for a reason.
I think it's because it's day 3
Everybody's
of a
trying
3-day
to,
holiday weekend.
yeah.
Everybody's trying to get ready to go back to work.
Yeah.
Or they're too hungover to be on the water.
Is
today.
that a Tackle Bandit hat? It is!
Hashtag their only pro staff?
Yeah, right? It's the Tackle Bandit ponytail hat. It is my favorite style of ponytail hats that I think are ever made. It's got the Velcro, and it's a soft Velcro, so it doesn't get caught in my hair. And then it's got the elastic crisscrosses.
It's a Suzuki. It is not a Yamaha.
So I get to pick how high I want my ponytail. But yes, it is a Tackle Bandit hat. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, Josh.
Yes, all 8 lines are in the water.
Yep. I'm fishing with 4, so these are my 4. And then Richard is fishing with 4, and those are his 4.
I have paperwork on her.
We have a legal and spiritually binding contract.
She was told up front there's no gibsy backsies. There's no refunds on this deal.
So our target species today are blue catfish.
What in the Democrat are you saying?
No. Have you ever had issues like tangling? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they're trying to say. For our
Slayer, we've caught 6 today.
for our followers that had come from our TikTok live, they got to see I did tangle my side up the majority of the morning, and Richard was not very happy with me. So yes, occasionally we do get tangled up, but for the most part, we use spread and planer boards. And if you bear with me, I'll be right back.
Let her grab one. She can show you and explain how they work.
Okay, so on my side, I run the purple spreadums, and on Richard's side, he runs the black spreadums. So we cast out our lines, and then we attach the planer board like so. We clip. Oh, that one doesn't have a clip. I'm gonna have to fix that. We lost our little clippy clip. We clip each clip, and then as we let line out, it will pull it'll pull our lines away from the boat. So we're fishing staggered distances away from the boat, and then we have the 2 in the middle right here casted straight back at slightly different distances away from the boat. So doing it that way helps keep us from tangling, but the job of the planer board is to pull the baits away from the boat. These are the spreadums. You can get them spreadem.com.
I mean, you can get them at Tackle Bandit.
And you can get them at Tackle Bandit. Code JR10 will save you 10% at Tackle Bandit. I run the purple. Richard runs the black pair. So, catfishing Slayer, we are not using Hellcats. We use the
Rippin' Lips Super Cat HD True Glow Yellow.
Yep.
87 or $89.
It's like a V, right? Yes. Yeah.
Do they pull in a V?
Yeah.
Yes.
What bait? We are using gizzard shad. $87.99, Mason says.
There you go, Mason. Perfect. Code JR10 saves you 10% at Tackle Bandit, as well as Rippin' Lips for rods. Just depends on who actually has them in stock that day. They sell pretty fast. They are a tier 1 quality rod at a budget price. Look, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. They don't charge enough for the rod. I've said that before. I'll continue to say that. How everyone else charges $150 or $200 for the comparable rod, I don't understand. Maybe it's marketing. Who knows?
And how long have they been making?
Rippin' Lips is actually one of the oldest companies that are catfish specific. They have used this exact blank, just different bells and whistles, to build the rod for 14 years.
Heck yeah. Are you guys keeping fish today? We are not. It's a wiener. Yes, this is Georgia. She's our long-haired miniature wiener dog. That's the lake. For some reason, it reminds me of Lake Hartwell, Georgia.
That's because it's Lake Oconee, Georgia.
Yeah. Yeah, there he goes.
Hartwell's actually closer to home for us. We go out of our way to fish down here.
Do y'all have any mad cats? We do not.
Nothing personal against them. I feel like the action in the tip is a little too heavy for me. The rod loads up well, and I feel like the rod has great power, but I feel like there's a loss of sensitivity, and a lot of places that we fish, whether it's in Georgia or it's in Oklahoma, we see very sensitive fish that don't just turn and immediately bury a rod. Yeah, they'll kind of just dink around at it a little bit. So we want a little softer tip that is quick to power in loading the rod in the top third. And I feel like Mad Cats are just too heavy in the tip action for me.
Yeah, and I also like a rod that doesn't weigh a whole bunch of. As someone that has been, fishing their whole life, catfishing is definitely intimidating to someone like me who grew up trout fishing. So it's heavier rods, longer rods, heavier reels. So for me, learning how to cast and set my side all by myself, I like how light the rip and lips are.
Tyler, we fished Oklahoma twice this year. So Tackle Bandit is our main sponsor, and it's out there a lot. Bruh, catfishing is easy. Okay. What's your preferred fish? What do you feel like is a challenge?
I bet he fishes for those ditch pickles.
He said catfishing's easy, but he doesn't know how to catch trout. First trout I ever pulled through the ice was a 19.5-inch rainbow. Like, I'm on the East Coast. Me too. Maryland. But, okay.
I grew up trout fishing in Colorado. For me...
If you live in Maryland, it should be easy for you to catch a 90. How many 90-pound blue cats have you caught? You can sit back down now.
The Rainbow Castmaster spoon. It's one of my favorite lures to use for trout. Unless we're ice fishing. Ice fishing's an entirely different story.
He fishes the Potomac and thinks that everywhere in the country has the same fish.
And that everywhere has the same type of fishery as, Maryland. Where, for some odd reason you can catch catfish and Twinkies. Weird.
You can literally catch 7-pound fish all day long in Maryland. And that is the only place in the country that you can catch fish in that quantity.
Jason, if you come down here and fish Lake Oconee, I'll school you all day.
Buddy mad he ain't caught his first 100-pound blue. Jason, how many 100-pound blues have you caught? I mean, I'll be honest. I'm not saying that I'm better than you, but I get paid to do this, whether I catch fish or not. So again, you can sit back down.
What about Michigan? We have not been to Michigan. That is something that...
I mean, I've been to Michigan.
Oh,
I just
okay.
haven't fished in Michigan.
He's been to Michigan. I haven't. I know that walleye's really good in Michigan.
Like Pratt Miller, the Corvette team's in Michigan.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
That's what it is. But Michigan is definitely a spot that I would like to try at least once or twice. Hey babe, that's a plane.
Yeah?
Yeah, it looks more like a jet than a plane, but what do I know? Same, but different. Are we crossing the channel, or are we just gonna stay on the side? We're just coming around that shallow. Okay. That's what I thought you were doing, but I wanted to double check because I've seen that boat down there being all
Caught 20
rowdy.
lake trout, 3 pound in 3 hours, 5 pounds each.
Heck yeah.
At that point, I would go home and have a feast. Mackinac are freaking tasty.
Yes, yes they are.
Fresh smoked mac. Yes, please.
Cindy, hello.
I like it when the people that are just being trolls hang out long enough that we get paid for their view.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Sorry, Cindy, if we offended you. We try to keep it PG-13. Do you need any water?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Just checking. Freaking Cindy at it again. Has Cindy been... It definitely bothers you, though, or you wouldn't bring up the trolling at all. Actually, it really doesn't.
Cam, I genuinely couldn't care either way.
No. I'm sitting out here on a lake on a Sunday.
I'm out here hanging out, catching fish, and getting paid for it.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for haters, we wouldn't get as many views as we get. Which in turn means we wouldn't make as much money as we make. So like, whether our views are quality engagement and people that genuinely want to hang out and learn about fishing, or people that just want to troll, I guess.
Exactly, Charlie. Fish? Nope. No fish. Cam, the other thing is I don't know if you were in here when we were talking about it earlier. Some of our really close friends that we've made fishing on social media have been some of our bigger trolls. Like, he might poke his head in here to see how we're doing, but if Bobcat shows up, I troll that man all day. And he trolls us. It is phenomenal. I keep making fun of him for being older than me. And
He's not that old.
he's not that old.
Like, it might not have been the Grand Canyon when he was born, but it was still a canyon.
Yeah. And I always ask him if I need to buy him new tennis balls. And then when we saw him in Chattanooga, I forgot to bring him tennis balls for his walker.
So then he trolled you all weekend
So then he
about that.
trolled me all weekend about it. And then, I mean, we troll Charlie every now and then. Not
Charlie
at
came in
fishing.
here trolling us. 19 rods and no fish. Bro, you know that I only carry 10. 19 rods. Get out of here.
We took the bait rods off the boat. I would love to know what those are.
Them spaghetti noodles?
Yeah.
I think it's white bass.
Possibility. How many fish have you caught? Today we are on 6. Caught
6 fish. Big fish is 25.
Cindy, we don't talk about politics, but I can tell you that you're wrong. Well, to be fair, you have enough storage for 36. I mean, Charlie, that's probably true.
He beat me to it. Oh, he timed her out. I actually hit her from the channel. She will never come back.
We got, I'd say it's about 25 pounds. Was our biggest fish so far for the day. But we've had some really good catches.
It is also the heat of the day when everything slows down, but those are...
That's what I'm saying.
There's a couple of fish that are still active.
Forget the number of pulls. What snacks you got on the boat today? So I have the P3s, the portable protein packs. In the flavors for today are turkey, Kobe Jack, and almonds. I had that one. I have another one in the cooler up front. And then, let's see. I think I have some honey stingers. By the way, did you want a honey stinger?
No, I'm good. Is that Oconee guy?
Possibly. No. I don't think so.
I don't think so. I feel like that one has a bit of an excessive engine on it.
Yeah. Aiden, what's up, buddy? We've got 6 so far today.
We're catching and releasing.
We are catch and release today. I've got some honey stingers. I've got the waffles. And then I think I have some protein bars in.
And I don't have a boat snack. I mean, I have options of things, but it is entirely too hot.
I have
It's entirely too hot
Vienna
for me to eat.
wieners. You do have some
I
crackers.
got them tuna salad packs.
And you got tuna salad.
I got tuna fish in a can,
We have lots of options.
but it's too hot to eat.
Shannon says, hey, shout out, please. What's up, Shannon?
Shannon.
Shannon. But it's not that Shannon.
I know.
I miss my Shannon. Nice. I always take jerky and protein bars. I had a bad batch of jerky a couple months ago.
You bought Dr. Pepper
No,
jerky.
it was after that. It was after that. I had a bad batch of jerky and it just did not set right with me, so I haven't had jerky on the boat since then. But I typically go with protein. I try to make sure that we have protein on the boat. Do you cast all poles or no? Yes, we do. All 8 rods are currently in the water and we are dragging. Nice, Aiden. Aiden caught his PB bass last week.
Nice.
8 pounds.
That's freaking awesome.
Heck yeah. I think that's bigger than my PB bass. Or right there with it. Bullseye floats by Sundra Cat Outdoors. That's right. Our biggest fish so far today was about 25 pounds. Doesn't matter when I go fishing, my kids catch everything. Lee, I hear you. I'm pretty sure when we had Bellamy and Tank on the boat, Charlie's kids, when we had Charlie and his family on the boat, even when we were tied up to the dock, I'm pretty sure the kids outfished us.
Oh, yeah. carp.
Corp, 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 corp. Johnny, we are not using Demon Dragons today. We are currently using the Bullseye Floats by Slender Cat Outdoors. They are, will you hand me one?
It's just the 4th of July was this week.
They are an EVA EVA foam float. And their pegs rattle. So this color is Hero. There's Hero Phantom, which is a black.
Ambush, which is
Ambush,
OD
which
green
is
camo.
camo.
Green camo.
Huh?
OD green camo.
OD green camo. Then there is Blood Moon, which is the red and black, and Riptide, which is blue and black.
So they make a different sound than a demon dragon.
They do.
Sometimes fish prefer a different noise. Today, these have been more productive.
Cool. Do you have a website to purchase? Johnny, you can purchase them at slendercatoutdoors.com, or you can purchase them at Tackle Bandit, and if you use code JR10, it'll save you 10%.
At Tackle Bandit.
At Tackle Bandit. Sorry, I forgot to add that last part. I just stand there with the net. I'm not sure how long it's been, Shannon. Sorry. Jet skis are getting a little close.
I've never caught a freshwater jet ski. I don't think they wanted today to be the first time I did either.
Nope, I'm snagged on my farboard. Okay. New subscriber to your channel? Well, thank you for subscribing.
I'm snagged on my car.
Oh. Quite the setup there. Well, thank you. How you doing, Peaches? You seem pretty good. Yeah. You seem good. Do you want up here with Mommy? Having a good day? Yeah? You got your pretty bandana on from Auntie Harley. Yes, you are the prettiest princess at the party. And sister, you can see better. Are you tired of the view from down there? Yeah? Trolling for fish? What are you going for? Walleye or trout? John, we are actually catfishing. Just subscribed? Well, thank you, Shannon.
We are one subscriber away from 2,650 subs on the YouTube.
Wow.
I know, it's
My
wild.
favorite. Oh, nice. Blue cats, huh? Yes. Blue catfish. There's a lot of interesting squiggles on the graph, though. And I would love to know what they are.
I would think some of those could be crappie.
Yeah. Wouldn't surprise me.
They're very light squiggles. They're not big fish. And I also feel like we're late enough into the day that major feeding is over for now. Until
Yeah.
closer to sunset.
Predators for sure. Johnny, we are using planer boards. We use the spread 'em planer boards. We use the 10-inch boards.
Yes.
Richard runs two. Well, I guess you run 3 boards off your sides. We have 2 sets of black, and then I have the purple. What breed is Peaches? She is a long-haired miniature wiener dog. Her coat color is an English cream.
She's absolutely spoiled, rotten, and good for nothing.
Spoiled rotten.
That dog is burnt.
I hope y'all have good luck. Thank you. She's so cute. Thanks. She is our fishing buddy.
The thing just curled up in Jamie's lap the whole way here. It just slept.
No bones.
Refused to move.
She is not a morning dog. She typically doesn't get up and going during the week until what? Noon?
11, 12, depends on the day. There are days that at 2 o'clock she still doesn't want to get up and do anything.
She has more no bones mornings than she does getting up and getting active.
What's a big one?
She's 4. Georgia is 4 years old. Good luck. Thank you, Taylor. Got a big old water heifer?
You gotta be careful. I think I caught the plug for the lake.
Oh no.
It's hard being that thing.
How do you guys rigged up?
3-way Santee rigs. So we use a 3-way swivel to pin our weights, float to pick the hook up to try to snag the least amount possible.
That's right, Linwood King.
There is a video on our YouTube that has a breakdown of all of the different catfish rigs that we run and the different variations that we run those basic rigs in.
We will be posting an updated version of that soon to include the bullseye floats.
And just to try to film it a little better and make it a better quality video. We never claim to be good at this stuff. You guys choose to watch us. That does not mean that we're good. We appreciate all of the support. We absolutely love you guys. But, I mean, when it comes to camera quality and editing and all of that, we are not good at that stuff. That's
all right.
why we live stream.
All right, Lee, you have a good one. Roberto, so it is actually a misconception. So catfish are not strictly quote-unquote bottom feeders. They are actually an apex predator that...
Their eyes are on top of their head. They feed upward. And they're an ambush predator.
Mm-hmm.
So they typically stay in the lower sections of the water column where they are more camouflaged. They are also negatively buoyant, so catfish in a relaxed state don't float. To equalize their equilibrium during high pressure situations, they tend to bury themselves in the mud, but they almost never feed off of the bottom. If you were to look at something like a carp is a bottom feeder. Its mouth is located on the bottom of its head, and they tend to swim nose down, where catfish swim nose up.
Justin, the last fish we caught was my 25-pounder.
It got slow.
I've never tried trolling for cats. I'm in PA, usually just troll for walleye and muskie. For flathead and blues, we just cut big fish at night.
Yeah, so Pennsylvania's a little different. Your blue cat population isn't as big and aggressive. Pennsylvania just did a massive restocking trying to save some of their blue cat population. A lot of the big fish that get caught in Pennsylvania are primarily flatheads. And flatheads are very territorial. They're not a fish that's up and cruising. Blue cats have been known to swim up to 3 miles a day. They can move all over. They're a fish that loves current. They love moving. Everything about the way they're shaped, they're just a powerhouse. Where a flathead,
John, I'm confused,
is a lot lower. Sits, he kind of hangs out under something, in something, and waits for food to swim by him, and then lashes out with lightning speed. So that's where a lot of your PA current fishing is a lot more based in the flathead fishery than the blue cat fishery techniques.
Yeah, John, I'm confused. Do you ever keep some? We do, just not during this time of year.
Yes, John.
Oh.
The rod sleep video, yeah.
Sorry. I was like, I'm really confused.
I had done a phlebotomy that day to drain a little bit of blood. Like, not to get on a long medical rant, but about every 6 months or so, my red blood cell count gets too high, my blood gets thick, and if you don't drain some off, it puts you at high risk for a stroke. And yeah, I've checked my bingo card. I don't have that on my bingo card for this year, so I get regular phlebotomies.
Yep. Blue catfish are very predatory, so they do eat other fish. For instance, we are using gizzard shad for bait.
Catfish also don't have a fork and a knife, so they typically eat things whole.
Sad. Yeah, that could be
While
bass,
not
crappie.
all situations warrant the largest bait you can possibly throw, there are times of year where there's no such thing as too big of a bait. I have seen very small fish eat gigantic baits.
Yeah.
We've caught 10-pound fish on a 1.5-pound chunk of skipjack. Just massive baits. And those little fish are just gorging themselves in the spring, feeding up pre-spawn. That's a time of year where there's almost no such thing as too big of a bait. In the summer, they tend to slow down, and they're not feeding up as good just because of how hot it is. While catfish are extremely smart at what they do, they're very simple-minded. They're only capable of doing one of 3 things at any given moment. They're either reproducing, eating, or being comfortable. Typically speaking, the average blue cat's going to feed twice a day, And in this time of year, that is going to be the early light hours in the morning and the failing hours of the evening. It tends to be cooler, which pushes bait up into the shallow flats, and that is where we tend to see fish earlier in the day. But as the temperature gets hot, they tend to go into deeper water to be comfortable. That is a situation where we call it the cookie mentality. You're not always ready to eat a 20-ounce ribeye, but if somebody's like, "Hey man, you want a cookie?" You're like, "I mean, I can take a cookie."
I guess I'll take the cookie.
So that's when we tend to downsize our baits later in the day and present it to fish that are not quite as active. We continue to troll, but at a slower speed. We're going to present that bait. You're either going to eat or you're not. And a lot of times that creates a reaction strike of just, it's impulse. Like, catfish have no impulse control. You put a bait in their face, they're typically going to swipe at it, or they're just not willing to eat, and we're not going to waste our time. We're just going to keep moving.
Yep. Travis says more money than brains.
That is a fact. The problem with being an adult and living in a free country is there's no one to tell me what I can or can't do with my money, and therefore we own 3 boats.
Eating the bait. 13. Well, they're at 10, but
Yeah, even the bait's pushed way deeper. It's like, we're gonna drag to the point.
okay. I was gonna say at this point, if we want to,
We're
follow.
gonna go toward. We're gonna finish the drag to the bridge. We always drag bridge to bridge.
True.
We're gonna finish the drag, but if it hasn't picked up anything by then, we're just gonna call it for the day.
I'm okay with that.
It's been a good day. We've caught fish. I ain't mad.
I like your rods. They're dope. Thanks. Hi from Liverpool, England. How are you keeping? We are doing good today. My wife likes to wear buns as well and wears visors but hates them. Do you like the crossback hat you have on? I love it, Brent. One of the main reasons I like it so much more than any other type of ponytail hat is that I can choose how high to wear a ponytail or bun. I typically wear it at the very tippy top, and that's so I can sit comfortably in the truck when we're driving to and from the lake, and I don't have my bun hitting the headrest. So I like this one a lot because there's so much versatility to it. And I also like the Velcro. It's not super crazy grippy, so I don't have to worry about it catching any of my flyaways. We have not caught any more fish yet. What reels are you running on those cats?
So the 2 with green line are Pin Squall 220s.
That
was a tank
of a car.
of a gar. That dude was massive.
That one is massive.
Anyways, the gunmetal gray reels with blue line on them are the Okuma Komodos. They are a 400 size in a 7.1 to 1 gear ratio with the power handle, not the double paddle. They have all stainless steel internals. Both reels make right at 30 pounds of drag. We definitely prefer the Komodos, but they do cost about twice as much as a Squall, so we have not purchased enough of the Komodos yet.
I thought we finished.
We have 8, we don't have 10.
Oh, okay.
Somehow I messed up and didn't.
I thought that we had all.
We have 8. We also need to order more 65-pound hollow core.
Yeah, that's what I thought we were missing.
From my time in saltwater fishing, I run hollow core backers to monofilament top shots so that I replace cheap short sections of mono and maintain the fight of mono that is forgiving and has a little more stretch in it, while maintaining a high line capacity in a smaller frame reel. It has been awesome.
Charlie asks, are you dragging a ledge or a flat?
I'm dragging a ledge.
Richard's side is dragging deeper than I am.
I'm the channel, she's the shallow. We kind of got blown off our ledge just a little bit, but it don't really matter. The channel kind of flattens out right here.
That guy's way up in the column.
Well, I mean, the surface tint's almost 90 right here.
Yeah. But I mean, we are getting to the heat of the day. It is almost 2 o'clock.
Yeah. It's definitely about that time to skedaddle, rehydrate, and hide for the rest of the day.
Take a nap.
Some of us have to drive.
I know. It looks like somebody's already taking a nap.
I mean, let's be honest, if you didn't have to hold the dog while we were driving, you'd sleep on the boat on the way to the ramp.
Facts. Can you show me some of the catch? I'm in Florida. I just got into fishing, found a spot with cat and gar, but I didn't bother because I thought cats were bottom feeders. We didn't keep any of our catches today, but I believe you caught one as the live was beginning, and I caught one earlier in the live.
Because we got 4 on TikTok, 2 on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of started our social media stuff on TikTok, so we felt like since we never go live there anymore and never really show any love to those supporters, that we should probably pop in and hang out for a couple hours and say hey to them.
Just for a little bit.
Tell them all that we prefer YouTube. Please come see us here.
Thank you, Charlie. Why can't people chat normally? I don't know, because it's the internet. A lot of people do join the channel and not realize that unlike some other fishing channels, we are a family-friendly channel. So just make sure that when you are commenting, please keep it PG-13, because we like to make sure that anglers of all ages can join in and learn something. Purple Lambo, we are catfishing today. Thank you, Charlie.
We were cat catching, and
We were.
the bite was like a light switch. It just turned off.
I also think it's because we came up.
I don't. We're fishing the same depth in the same style ledge around the same types of structure. Even the same side of the bank for the wind direction.
I mean,
We're
you're
seeing
right.
the same biomass. They're just not eating.
But it's also just that time of day. Channel or blue catfish? We are targeting blues today. But I won't count out the channels.
Yeah, I'd take a small channel rat real fast just to stretch my lead a little.
Oh, hush. This end of the river does make me nervous. See, as much as I'm terrified of water, I do see that as being fun.
riding on a tube?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely fun.
I've enjoyed tubing when I've gone, but it takes a lot. TMB Fishing says, "Can I be a mom?"
Hang around when we get to know you. It might be a possibility. I don't know that you want that kind of responsibility.
Yeah.
One of our mods sent a $50 super chat today.
Yeah. We are fishing in northeast Georgia on Lake Oconee. Yes, sorry. We are using gizzard shad for bait. Thank you, Angel.
I wonder if that's a fish.
Mr. Too Many Comments says, "I live near there. No lie. Nice." Yeah, Oconee is one of the bodies of water that we fish often.
I love this lake, but I hate fishing it this time of year because we can't stay way up into the river in the shallows. The fish move down the lake, and we end up having to be around all of the tubers and jet skiers and water skiers and pleasure boaters and over consumers of adult beverages.
Purple Lambo says, "Okay, y'all need to take a trip to Virginia Beach and fish the Chesapeake Bay for big blue catfish."
I don't know anybody that's ever caught a big blue in the bay. Well, I mean, we've caught big blues on the James, but never in the bay.
Went there and caught 5 blues. Where are y'all at? We are in northeast Georgia. There are 40 plus inches.
You're a good fish. Charlie, how long was tank 79?
I already answered that. We're in northeast Georgia. $49. Stay down, Peaches. People are gross.
Yeah.
They had all of that area.
Yeah. Those are the people that make me hate fishing this time of year.
But his 250s were 45 inches, is what Charlie said. When I go catfishing and I look away and look back, it looks like the rod bends. LOL.
We're dragging the bottom as we troll, so like our rods are constantly bouncing, so it drives us nuts when you catch it out of the corner of your eye too.
Yep. And then you get people that drive by you like big dummies and wake the crap out of you. And then you can't tell whether you're actually getting a bite or if it's just wake. Is the bass fishing good?
Yeah, Oconee's a pretty good bass fishery. I would argue Lanier's probably a better bass fishery, but Oconee's not bad.
Purple Lambo says fish in the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel, and you got nice stripers there also.
I could go for a good rockfish. That'd be a fish that we would not release. That guy
Yeah.
would be dinner.
Yeah, good old rockfish. I just go fishing on the dock. Them dang white perch take your worms. They're fun to catch. They are fun to catch.
They make great bait too. There's a pile of little fish.
I understand. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Charlie. Oh, thank you, Angel. Sorry. Thank you.
They're taking out the trash.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always nice to have somebody to do that for us.
I haven't caught any. We use a sabiki rig to catch ours.
Depends on your regulations on if you can do that, though. I know you can use a sabiki rig.
Mr. Too Many Comments is near here.
Oh, he's here?
Yeah.
Use a sabiki rig. I don't.
Right, Mr. Too Many Comments? Are you Georgia area?
If you'll send me a message on the JayRFishing Facebook or Instagram, I'll send you a screenshot to the sabiki rigs that we use. Or a link. You don't have to buy that brand, but just sizing and kind of length reference. We
Mr.
catch
Too
a
Many
ton
Comments.
of white perch that way.
He says, not there right now, but I could take a 20-minute drive.
Fair. Same name. Just shoot me a message on Facebook or Instagram. Whichever one's easier for you. And I can definitely shoot you a picture of a sabiki rig, like in the package that we run. And we catch a lot of perch. We catch bluegill on them. Like, we use a lot of sabiki rigs. Not my preferred way to catch big bluegill because they tend to tangle them up and that's annoying. But if perch are bothering you, it is a ton of fun to catch them. And little sabiki rigs tipped with pieces of worm are like the premium way to catch them.
Yeah, and then, I mean, we caught shellcracker that way and Santee Cooper. We
Caught blues that way.
We're catching catfish that way. And we've done that while we're crappie fishing too. We've used those on occasion, crappie fishing.
Even when we're on the boat catfishing, like in the wintertime on Clark's Hill, we'll suspend sabiki rigs off the front of the boat and catch white perch and white bass while we're catfishing.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
As kind of a secondary
Winter.
thing, which we do it here too.
Better, yes, Angel. I'm sorry. Well, when you know, hit comments and put people on timeout,
It puts so much text in that one line that it's hard to read.
it does. And sometimes Charlie was beating you to it there for a little bit. So then I was like, oh, thanks, Charlie. And then I saw it was you. And then I was like, oh, it was Angel. But no, it's perfect. Thank you, Angel. Mr. Too Many Comments says, interesting.
Angel has been.
Is that
like,
your husband?
moderator
Yes.
of the day. She's been with us pretty much
She
the whole
has.
day.
Angel has hung out with us almost all day.
I'm willing to bet she's
I
seen
hope we
5
haven't
out of all
disappointed
6 of our fish.
Yeah. At least. I hope we haven't disappointed today, Angel.
I'm tired.
I agree.
It's basically been a 12-hour day already. By the time we get the boat unhooked from the truck and we get to sit down on the couch in the air conditioning, it will have been a 14-hour
Have you
day.
caught any catfish? We've caught 6 today. She says, I've been on all day. Cleaned kitchen and done laundry. That's way more productive than I've been all day.
Hey, I've caught 4 fish today, so I'm just saying. It's a hard job.
I do have to do laundry today. At some point.
That sounds like after nap's problem.
Probably. Currently watching you on my CarPlay on my way to work. Nice, Mason.
You actually gonna do anything today, or are you just gonna hang out and watch us fish?
We are fishing in Northeast Georgia. What's up, everyone? Much love and blessings. Beautiful. Hope you have a great day. Do big things in your life. Amazing, worthy, and more. Keep pushing for better. Never give up. Well, thank you, Jory.
We appreciate that.
Heyo, Neil says. What are we fishing for today? Catfish.
Anything that'll bite at this point. I mean, we were like slaying it before 1 o'clock. And,
Mason says, just gonna watch you fish.
I mean, that's we'll probably be off before you get off. I'm 100% confident that we will be done fishing before you get off work today.
Speaking of, I'm gonna clean the bait board.
Okay.
Peaches, 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 peaches.
She's a tired puppy.
Oh, tired. Is that what she is?
She hasn't had a big day.
I thought she's being lazy.
It's not lazy, it's selective participation.
Selective participation.
She said, I've licked 6 different Mr. Whiskers today.
And you have. Stay back there, baby. Back foot is hot.
I guess I'll come sit in her wet chair so I can see you guys. Peaches is right here. We've caught 6. Do you believe in Jesus? We do. Jump in. No, it's entirely too close to us to going home, and I don't want to be wet when I get in my truck. Yeah, fishing for bluegill while you're catching cats is definitely fun. Back when we bank fished, we would cast out all of the cat rods, and then we would walk like 50 feet down the bank and catch bluegill and forget all about them. How much to do a flip off the side of the boat?
That is a rich question.
Well, first I have to call Nate.
Oh?
Yeah. I don't want to, I want to make sure that when I throw a number out, it's just as painful for him to have to shell out that kind of capital as it is for me to have to ride in my truck wet.
If you're being for real, Richard will make the phone call.
She killed Jared. Cream cheese filled fish. I used to do a cream cheese jalapeno pinwheel salmon on the smoker
With like a honey glaze.
with a honey butter glaze. It was delicious. I haven't done one in a long time. It's kind of a giant pain in the butt. Can you just spray water for a second? Okay. Now there's a little more rigidity in the hose. Oh, for bait? No. Welcome in, little Timmy.
Have her put you in the boat bath.
The doggo is not a huge fan of getting in the live well. Jamie makes her do it to cool off, but she does not appreciate it.
She does not.
If you'll just go up there and turn the switch off. I've caught 40-pound blue cats with that bait. We're trying to catch bigger than that. No, this is not Lake Lanier. It is Lake Oconee. We love fishing too. We're chasing the 60+ number. Nate, we started fishing at like 7 this morning. 7:30, 8 o'clock. I don't really remember when we actually started fishing. We put the boat in the water at like 6:45.
About 7:12.
About 7:12.
We started fishing. I think that's when we went live.
We were on TikTok till about noon. And then we've been on YouTube for 170 minutes. All day. Yeah, all day. We left the house at 4 a.m. We are chasing blue catfish. And this is why they call it the dog days of summer. We caught bait at midnight, took a little nap, hooked up the boat, headed down the road. My dad owns Flathead Bait in Montana. Cool.
Okay.
My dad watches me fish on YouTube.
Sometimes my dad watches us fish on YouTube.
I was gonna say, you might as well not even sit down. Like, we're so close to the point.
Yeah. That and it's giving my shorts some time to.
Welcome in, Italy. All I want for Christmas is all the fishies to be set free. Hey, we released all our fish today. Even though the 25-pounders...
It's Christmas in July!
The 25-pounders smacked me in the mouth, made me bite my tongue.
Smacked me in the chest.
That dude, like,
And my legs.
he was super chill when I laid him on the back deck. And I slid him into the shade because I didn't want him to just be scalding on the deck.
Yeah.
So, like, I got him into the shade, went to pick him up, and he just freaked out.
No, he didn't freak out until you got the hook out of his mouth and put the fish grips in his mouth. That's when he freaked. slapped me in the
Whenever I'm
chest.
fishing steep waters outside Australia, Australia has some of the best shark fishery in the country, like in the world. I was gonna say in the country.
Took my breath away.
It's like the best shark fishery in the world.
Are you okay after getting hit in the face with a catfish?
Hello. Welcome in, Italy. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I got a little owie on the side of my tongue from where he smacked me in the jaw, but it's okay. Start wearing a mouth guard on the boat. That's all, folks. That it's definitely on my bucket list. So like land-based shark fishing is my jam. Absolutely love land-based shark fishing.
I wish you would have.
You okay?
It's just being.
Yeah, we're fine. Hello? With the twin turbo V8 LS. I mean, it sounds fun, but it also does not sound very practical. I would also be terrified of this boat with a twin turbo LS. That would be crazy. Welcome in, Germany. For those of you just hopping in, we are wrapping it up for the day. The live stream from today will be published as public as soon as the phone finishes uploading it. So if you want to go back and see our catches from today, that will be available. If you're a new sub, please take a moment to go like and watch one of our videos, even if it's a short. Lock in that subscriber status. YouTube does this weird thing where, like, if people don't actually engage with content when they subscribe, they just don't count you. And you're all important to us, so we want everybody to be counted. Putting your socks on before you go up front.
Yes. That, and it kind of gives me some time to see what these yahoos are getting ready to do. Do you want me to just hold her, or do you want me to put this on her?
I would put that on her just to be safe. Now I'm gonna pick her up to do the Get Georgia State.
It's fine. I'm just getting everything moved. I have to get everything set where we're gonna be okay to drive.
I'm taking this off spot lock if you'll just go ahead. Put it in the mount.
Okay.
Well, you normally do that before you lock it so you're not flexing it that way. I know.
Oh. Just have to bear with me for a minute.
You're fine. I was just getting us under power before we got waved again.
That's fine.
That's right. 8 hooks and only 6 fish. We're terrible at this. You know what? Whatever. It's 100% because we're washed up TikTok stars.
Alright, come here, Peaches.
I'm more disappointed about the fact that we were stars and none of us knew it.
Yeah.
Like, imagine missing your 5 minutes of fame and not even knowing it was fame. What a loser. Most of these fish are suspending.
Yeah.
You're just not lucky. That's... Anyone who fishes all summer long will say the same thing. It's the dog days of summer. It is a grind to catch quality fish. Was a 25-pound fish what we were hoping to catch today? No. We'd love to catch bigger than that. But at the same time, we're not mad at it. We'll just go ahead and end them. That way your phone's down for all the week.
Alrighty.
Guys, it's been fun.
Thank you for hanging out with us. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. And don't forget to go and comment on one of our other videos to lock in that subscription. Just remember to stay safe out on the water or on the banks wherever you go fishing. So take care, tight lines, and God bless.